In the small town of Maplewood, where the trees whispered secrets and the sun painted the sky with hues of orange and gold at dusk, lived a couple named Sarah and Tom. They had been married for 5 years, and as they settled into their routine, the dream of owning a home began to take shape. However, the decision of whether to build or buy a house loomed over them like a cloud, casting shadows of doubt and excitement in equal measure. One crisp autumn evening, they sat on their porch, sipping steaming mugs of cider. The leaves crunched beneath their feet as they discussed their options. "Building sounds thrilling," Sarah said, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "We could design every little detail, from the layout to the color of the walls. It would be our dream home, tailored just for us." Tom nodded, envisioning a house with wide windows that framed the view of the sprawling forest behind their lot, where their future children could play freely. However, the allure of building came with its own set of challenges. "But think about the time and effort," Tom countered, a hint of concern in his voice. "We'd have to manage contractors, deal with permits, and what if something goes wrong? The stress could be overwhelming." Sarah bit her lip, pondering the reality of juggling work and construction schedules. The dream of a perfect home was intoxicating, but the potential pitfalls were daunting. As they continued their discussion, they decided to explore the alternative: buying a house. They spent weekends visiting various properties, each one telling a different story. One sunny Saturday, they stepped into a charming Victorian home with a wraparound porch, its history whispering through the creaky floorboards. Sarah felt an immediate connection, imagining family gatherings and laughter echoing through the halls. "This place has character," she exclaimed, her heart racing. Tom admired the high ceilings and the intricate woodwork, but as they moved from room to room, he couldn't shake the feeling that it wasn't quite right for them. The couple soon found themselves in a modern townhouse, sleek and minimalistic, with an open floor plan that felt fresh and inviting. "This could work," Tom said, envisioning cozy movie nights and dinner parties. Yet, as they discussed the logistics, the reality of the situation began to emerge. "We'd have to compromise on so much," Sarah lamented. "The kitchen isn't what I envisioned, and I can't imagine living without a garden." The excitement of buying a ready-made home was overshadowed by the realization that it might not fulfill their dreams. After weeks of deliberation, Sarah and Tom decided to revisit the idea of building. They spent evenings sketching out their vision, poring over Pinterest boards filled with inspiration. They found a piece of land on the outskirts of Maplewood, surrounded by nature yet close enough to the town's amenities. It felt like the perfect canvas for their dreams. They met with an architect who listened intently, transforming their ideas into blueprints that began to take shape. As the construction began, the challenges they had feared became tangible realities. There were delays due to weather, unexpected costs that crept up like unwelcome guests, and moments when they found themselves at odds over design choices. "I thought we agreed on the tile for the bathroom," Tom said, frustration creeping into his voice. Sarah sighed, realizing that their dream was becoming a source of tension. Yet, through the challenges, they also discovered the joy of collaboration. Each decision, whether small or monumental, became a testament to their partnership. Months later, as they stood before the finished home, the struggles faded away. The house was a reflection of their journey, filled with memories, laughter, and a sense of belonging. They had built not just a structure, but a sanctuary that felt like an extension of themselves. In the end, Sarah and Tom learned that whether to build or buy was less about the choice itself and more about the journey they took together. Each option carried its own set of advantages and challenges, but it was the love and commitment they poured into their decision that transformed a house into a home. Please comment if you have any questions about other financial issues, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel to get useful financial information for our lives.